shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely.
Bill!
What?
Well, I play Christopher Marlowe, who's a dramatist, a writer, who has fallen on hard times and takes Bill under his wing when he arrives in London.
You're a mentor figure, aren't you?
I'm a mentor, yeah. I'm like a kindly uncle. So that's my sort of principal part.
I play the Earl of Croydon, who is a wannabe sort of courtier. He wants to be like in the cool gang, and he's not very cool, unfortunately. He has no skills whatsoever, so he takes to devious means to elevate his status within the court to disastrous effect. Or not. Spoiler. But yeah.
Yeah. And I play Anne Hathaway, who's obviously Shakespeare's wife. And we meet Shakespeare at the point where he's sort of not sure what he wants to do with his life. And so Anne is sort of tired of listening to his crazy ideas about what he could do. So yeah, she's sort of the person that needs to bring him back down to earth. So yeah.
Make him a little bit more sensible.
Exactly.
Stop him being in a band.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming home, isn't it? We all get together and lark around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it really. It's kind of hard to keep us in line. But
I think we
we're-
just enjoyed working together so much from
Yeah.
Horrible Histories, and when that finished, we sort of needed something to keep us together.
Yeah.
Which is where Yonderland and obviously Bill came from.
Yeah, it was hard work, Horrible Histories, and I
Yeah.
think that it was so hard that I think almost became unbreakable as a friend,
It was
as
like
a group.
Nam.
It was like
A bit like
Nam.
Nam.
Well, we were in the trenches
like our
together.
Nam.
Yeah.
Literally, we were in the
Yeah.
trenches because they built some trenches for us to act in.
Yes, yes.
And we were in
We've
it.
been through many wars together, haven't we? Many battles. But I think it was like climbing a mountain every year. So that brings you closer together.
There
was
are
one
Yeah.
in particular I can think of, which was when
Yeah.
we were about to go on stage, when Bill's about to pitch his show to the Earl of Croydon and to King Philip. Bill's backstage sort of giving us a kind of pep talk before we go on, and Simon does his English accent, which is...
As a Spanish.
Oh, yeah. Fish and chips.
All day, bro.
All day breakfast.
Yeah. So that that took a
But
while.
we were doing
That took
different
a
ones.
while.
Yeah, we were doing different ones, weren't we?
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah. No, we have... we do sort of make each other laugh, and part of trying to think of funny things to do, or is just making each other laugh, and but sometimes that can spill over into you need to know when to when filming needs to get done.
Yeah, at the
Usually-
end of the day, sort of
At the end of the
near
day,
7
you need
o'clock
to
wrap,
do the filming.
you shouldn't be messing around at that point, because the crew are like, yeah, all right, get on with it.
Yeah.
I want to go home.
Well, on Horrible Histories,
Horrible Histories we did a lot,
we
yeah.
obviously had the key points of the sketch were the facts, so dates, things like that. But we did deviate from the script a lot. It's fair to say. With Bill, I think Richard, the director, Richard Bracewell, encouraged us to do that. But the story
Mostly it's
and
not in the film.
Yeah, it didn't make the final cut.
Yeah, that was great. Don't put that.
But the script was so tight,
Yeah.
and the stories was so tight. We had to get so much story into an hour and a half. It's kind of hard to sort of give it fat. Really.
I always loved playing the Queens, really. Yeah, they were my favourite roles to play, definitely. But I used to love doing the music videos. I absolutely loved. I always wanted to be a pop star.
You're really
so
good in them.
Yeah,
Thank
you are. Joan of
Simon.
Arc
Oh, thank
is
you,
one of my
guys.
favourites.
Cleopatra.
Yeah, all of
Rah,
those.
rah, Cleopatra.
So-
I used to like playing the parts that actually weren't historical figures that we know. I actually enjoyed playing the parts that were that were kind of just like Saxon man or Victorian man, because you could just invent someone then. You didn't have to kind of stick to a sort of a trait that we know of.
I also enjoyed those parts. But I guess things like Caligula, where you get someone who you know was sort of insane, so you can have your own sort of interpretation of that.
Yeah.
And there are no boundaries there to where the mind can take you. The actor's mind. It's a great freedom playing Caligula.
Amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I'm dead. Bill. In cinemas September 18th.